big circles, 3 times counterclockwise.
Dice la casa de Charapá. Hey, be careful. Arriba. Hey, arriba. Anak tuya Maharaj. Primera vez que vengo a América.
Yeah, try not to get so far ahead of the parade.
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Allah Allah Start together Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just keep it on.
Pues.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayapataka Maharaj, Sri Chaitanya Iswaran. Sadhu Sangha Krishna Kripa Bhakti Raswabhava.
Sadhu Sangha Krishna Kripa Bhakti Rasvabhava.
18 Sabacharai Kore Krishna Bhava.
18 Sabacharai Kore Krishna Bhava.
Sadhu Sangha
Sadhu Sangha
Krishna Kripa
Krishna Kripa
Bhakti Swabhav.
Bhakti Swabhava.
18 Sabacharai Kore Krishna
Kore Krishna
Bhava.
Bhava.
Translation. A synonym. Sadhu Sangha,
Sadhu Sangha,
the association of devotees.
the association of devotees.
Krishna Kripa,
Krishna Kripa,
the mercy of the Lord.
the mercy of the Lord.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Bhaktir,
Bhakti,
of devotional service.
of devotional service.
Swabhava,
Swabhava,
nature.
nature.
18.
18.
These three. Sabcharai,
Sabcharai,
cause one to give up everything else.
cause one to give up everything else.
Kore,
Kore,
do. Krishna, unto Lord Krishna.
unto Lord Krishna.
Bhava,
Bhava,
the loving affairs.
loving affairs.
Translation by His Divine Grace, Today Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Association with a devotee, the mercy of Krishna, and the nature of devotional service help one to give up all undesirable associations and gradually attain elevation to the platform of love of Godhead. Translation with repetition. Association with the devotee.
Association with the devotees.
The mercy of Krishna.
The mercy of Krishna.
And the nature of devotional service.
The nature of devotional service.
Help one to give up all undesirable associations.
Help one to give up all undesirable associations.
Gradually attain elevation.
Gradually attain elevation.
To the platform of love of Godhead.
To the platform of love of Godhead.
Report by Srila Prabhupada. This verse refers to the association of pure devotees, the mercy of Krishna, and the rendering of devotional service. All these help one give up the association of non-devotees and the material opulence awarded by the external energy, Maya. A pure devotee is never attracted by material opulence. Awarded by the external energy. Before he understands that wasting time to acquire material opulence is a misuse of the gift of human life. In Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, Srama eva hi kevalam. In the eyes of a devotee, politicians, social workers, philanthropists, philosophers and humanitarians are simply wasting their time. For human society is not freed from the cycle of birth and death by their activity and propaganda. These so-called philanthropists, politicians and philosophers have no knowledge because they do not know that there is life after death. Understanding that there is life after death is the beginning of spiritual knowledge. A person can understand himself and what he is simply by understanding the first lessons of Bhagavad Gita. Dehinosmin jata dehi kaumaram jauvanam chara tata dehantara prapti tirastatra namuyati. Translation. As the embodied soul continually passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. The self-realized soul is not bewildered by such a change. Bhagavad Gita 2.13. Not knowing the real science of life, one engages in the temporary activities of this life and thus becomes further entangled in the cycle of birth and death. Thus one always desires material opulence, which can be attained by karma, jnana and yoga. However, when one is actually elevated to the devotional platform, he gives up all these desires. This is called anyavilashita sunya. Then one becomes a pure devotee. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta Swami translation purport to text 104, chapter 24, Madhya Lila of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Translation in Spanish. ¿Qué necesita traducción en español? ¿Qué necesita? Sadhu Sangha, association with the devotee. Mercy of Krishna and the nature of devotional service. Help one to give up undesirable association and desires and to attain that platform of pure love. So here we are at this festival. The key things should be to associate with the devotees. Associate with pure devotees who are desirous of serving Krishna. In this way increase our own desire to serve Krishna. Somebody wants to develop, how many here want to develop love for Krishna? So then Lord Chaitanya is giving the tips. This is how to do it. Associate with devotees. Get the mercy of Krishna. Develop the mood, the nature of devotional service. In America, right, people have swabhav, means what's your like nature. People develop certain natures. Probably the biking clubs have one nature, and certain other gangs have a particular nature, and alcoholics have a nature. Everyone, they all have different kinds of people have certain natures. The football hooligans have got a certain nature. So devotional service is also a particular nature, bhakti swabhav. So we can develop that bhakti swabhav, the nature of devotional service. And these things create a favorable environment for devotion, for pure love to awaken. So, Krishna Kripa, how to get Krishna Kripa, that's of course, so that's up to him. But we can do things to try to please Krishna, so he may be more inclined to give us mercy. Like serving his devotees, like preaching his message, like following his instructions. You can do a number of things which would try to please Krishna, so he can get his mercy. Well, Lord Chaitanya is giving his mercy also very freely. So that's also not a very big problem if we show a little bit of desire, a little bit of effort, and Lord Chaitanya can easily flood us with mercy. We need also the association of devotees. So we're having a festival. A festival is called in Sanskrit a Maha Utsav. Maha means great, Ut means transcendental, from the word Uttama. Uttama. Tama is ignorance. Ut is to go above it. So what's above ignorance means transcendental. So Mahutsav, Utsava means two. Basically, Sava is everyone. So that which will uplift everyone to the transcendental platform is a Utsava. So, especially Kirtan, Prasadam. Utsava is not complete without a lot of Prasadam. Different festivities where we engage ourselves in serving the Lord. Today we have Ratha yatra. So here the Ratha yatra is very short here. In 1.5 hours it's over. Still hungry for more. In Calcutta we started at 2 in the afternoon, moving the Rath, and it reaches at 8 o'clock at night. 6 hours non-stop.
Wow, very cool.
Goes about 11 kilometers, which is about 7-8 miles. There's lots of people coming and going. Core devotees are the same, but the spectators are always changing. They're coming. There, everybody knows that if you can pull the rope, you go back to Godhead. So there's a big effort to pull the rope. In fact, it's very hard for the old ladies to get to the rope. So occasionally we have to stop and they come up just to touch it. In fact, it's a real competition to get to that rope. There's a lot of, and once they have it, they're very enthusiastic to pull. We actually have to have, we have air brakes on the, we have a railway chassis for the rod, or a very big semi-truck chassis with the air brakes. We have bottled air few extra bottles because you go through more than one bottle and sometimes you have to stop and change the bottles. So then we have people in the front with red and green flags and on the ruts, because when you tell them to stop, they may not stop. And if you put the brake on, they pull so hard they rip the ropes are over 1.5 inches thick. They'll sometimes break the rope. Tremendous pressure. I've seen them drag a rod cart weighing 20 tons into the asphalt about 1 inch. So sometimes you do have to stop at it quickly. Maybe somebody fell down in front of the wheel, somebody tripped on their sari or something, and you have to stop. So we train them up, red means stop, green means go. When we have the red flag, everyone stop pulling. Maybe emergency. Continually announcing, go slow, take it easy, but they don't take it easy. It's quite amazing. If you ever have an opportunity to come for the Ratha, now this year we got the big ruts back and we're going to be performing 12th of July. We have one day for the going ruts on one route through the town. Then for 7 days remain in the park, and we have built a temple in the park, about 80-foot high temple, out of bamboos and cloth, and then we have a pandal. We have prasad distribution for 50,000 people a day. We have diorama exhibits. We have all these other kind of exhibits and things, and then booths for the youth, book distribution booths, prasad sale booth, fire yagya in the evening, Agnihotras, and some air-conditioned hidden room, show that for the VIP donors, and some more visible room for the less VIP donors who are life members, and police and so many other people are there. So 7 days that the festival goes on in the park. Last year the mayor came, and many other people came and spoke on the stage for the evening program. And then on the 9th day, we don't take them back by car. We have to go back again by route. We go another route. So we cover South Calcutta now for another 12 kilometers, about 8 miles. Starting again at 2, reaching again about 8 or 9 at night. Take the devotees back to the temple. So we kind of cover the whole city on the 2 routes. With more than 1 million people participating. So it was so big sometimes that unless people are going to Jagannath Puri route and they're getting upset. But anyway, now many people go to Jagannath Puri route and go to both places. So it's quite an experience. So it's here I think that we could devotees have more, I saw they were just getting warmed up. Could have taken them all the way back when we were here by walking. But engaging our senses in Krishna's service, hearing and chanting, all these things are factors which are very beneficial. So the festivals are opportunities to do some service. nothing else, eating prasadam, that's the type of service. Hearing, chanting, dancing, maybe some seminars, cultural programs, and sessions with Prabhupada. Of course, on Sunday we'll be having the Chiradai offering. So both Saturday and Sunday we need some volunteers to help in preparing, because there'll be a lot of pots of flat rice and yogurt. How many pots this year?
216 small pots, the mini pots, 18 big, 18 medium big, and 18 small. So total 18, 18, 36, 36, plus another 18.
Expect us to add that all up? Sounds like about 300 some plus pots. Sounds like we're short of you.
We are, but they cut it off to half because every year we waste. That's why they said this year. Only the thing we reduce is the big pots. The big 18, we get medium, and small. We short about 50 some pots. That's it. 270.
That's right.
How will the devotees get the different flavors?
Well,
That's
you
another
get a
topic.
luck of one pot, one flavor of it. If you don't get it, you won't get it. Unless somebody wants to buy the whole option, they're prepaying the pot. If there is 9 more pots that we have for sponsorship, big pots.
9 more pots.
If anybody wants their names to be on all the pots, 9 more big pots.
That's
How
your
much
chance.
Huh?
How
Big
much?
pot, the big Maha big pot is $251.
You want?
Haribo.
Who can he sign up with?
I don't even know if the committee members are here, but I guess I can pass the name on to the authority.
So who do people see if they want to sponsor a pot?
Shiki Mahiti or Shiki Mahiti or Balabhadra. That's it, these 2 people. They both are not.
Siddhi Mahiti was the one who announced the
Yes. And Shiki Balabhadra is going to, I think he's gone from there. Medium pot also is medium pot is $151. The small,
Medium part is $108. Small medium is 51, and smallest is $11.
the mini pot is
251, 108, 51, and 11. We have 8 251 left to be sponsored. And all 51 is all sponsored. $51 part is all sponsored. A lot of $11 and $108.
the mini pot, they don't.
Anyway, that's one way that you can serve, is you can also sponsor a pot. And but I'm still going to lobby for another 18 pots just to serve out to everybody. If somebody takes a whole pot, just goes home with it, nobody will know what that flavor tasted like. But they may not, it's up to them. I'll lose my inspiration if devotees can't get a flavor.
So we still have only 8 spots. 8 spots are sponsored. 8 spots are not sponsored. We have.
No, I mean, Acharya, if you want it once, 18 more, we can arrange it, but we need to know today, so tomorrow morning we can go buy
Yeah,
it.
that's it. I want 18 that won't be sponsored.
18 that won't be sponsored.
That will just
Maha
be
big
served
or
out.
Big or Maha big?
I think that's what we will discuss. But this is the point, we do our devotional service, and when Prabhupada was in Mayapur, then people were eating so many In India, of course, the stomach is always more sensitive, and so people were getting sick, and he came and saw everybody had diarrhea. And then he said, oh, if they do more activity, then they'll have a very good appetite and they won't be sick. If you do enough service, then you get a good appetite, then you can digest a stone. So then he had us go out on parikrama. He had us go out on different types of festivities and do 24-hour kirtan. So here I hope that there will be enough activities for everybody to keep busy. Usually Panihati has lots of nice kirtans. And this year Hirananda Maharaj has focused on the program. We want to end early enough so everybody can attend the Mangal Arati and have a very good japa together and have a very strong spiritual program. And this opportunity, I hope everyone will get an opportunity to associate with the devotees and talk about Krishna. Hear about Krishna. So those that like to do some service, also as I said, we have this, apart from sponsoring the pots, there's also making them. So we have to cut up all the ingredients. Even if you're not initiated, you can help in cutting up the ingredients. For those who are initiated, they can help inside the kitchen. And for those who are brahmanas, they can help in the meeting room. So there's something for everybody to participate in. Some people are good artists. When I was passing through the Bangkok airport, they had a national fruit festival. And they had some ladies there who were carving with special kind of knives, melons. And they carved the shape of a rose between a melon. They had a little water spray, kept spraying the water so it would dry up. It was quite a beautiful artwork they did. So we've done a few coconut trees and a few basic things, but we like to do a little carved fruit for the deities, just to some decorations. So they're not just pots with ingredients, but they're really beautifully decorated with all kinds of things on the top to make a nice offering. Because we remember how Lord Chaitanya, when he saw that the Advaita Gosai was offering a very good offering to the deities, and Lord Chaitanya saw that, he became so happy. He said that this is really transcendental. In fact, for one feast that Advaita Gosai made on the occasion of the disappearance of his guru, Madhavendra Puri, Lord Chaitanya was so grateful for that festival that he said, Iha, in this place, whoever takes the prasadam here on this titi, on this holy day, they'll get love for Govinda. Also on Sunday morning we like to have Prabhupada Leela Smaran, where the devotees remember the pastimes of Srila Prabhupada. The highlight of some of the pastimes of Prabhupada visited here in North America, especially in Atlanta. It was a very intense time when all the Sankirtan devotees from around North America came, and they had some very ecstatic kirtans. Prabhupada chanted for the first time Parama Karuna, was crying before the deities. Some really amazing pastimes were shared over the years by different devotees who were there. But sometimes during that period we get visiting preachers from different parts, and they also share some of their pastimes with Srila Prabhupada, or with some pastime that they remember hearing about Prabhupada. So that fills up the morning, and Hirananda Maharaj will do that, especially conducting. And I'm busy in the kitchen at that time, making the offering. We have loudspeakers in the kitchen outside, so we also share Prabhupada Leela Smaran. although I am just an aspiring devotee, but I'll try to make myself as available as possible for the devotees. Since today we've already done the Ratha yatra, so tomorrow there'll be a lot of time in having different istigostis and gatherings throughout the day. And we hope that other devotees also be giving their association. There'll be different devotees performing cultural programs also on the stage. So we perform the festival because we want to please Krishna and His mercy. You know Krishna is pleased when we can bring Krishna consciousness to the conditioned souls. This year they've arranged that to have the festival expanded onto the public park area to make it more visible, costing them a little bit in terms of getting that type of permission and all the requisites for that. It's a little more expensive, but the fact that those who sponsored these pots of Chiradai, you get the pot. You can distribute it. Many people go out and distribute it. At the same time, you're able to help to support the festival, so they don't have to charge fees. It's kind of a simple way of financing the festival and giving you some immediate reciprocation. The idea of having the public park is to be able to bring people, make it more visible. Already somebody came and complained, why are you doing it in the public park? I thought you guys were going to leave from here. So other people had said, no, you know, we like to do it. I don't know if you all heard today the mayor's representative read the dedication. So that says today is the festival of the chariot, or Ratha Yatra Day in Atlanta. So it's very nice that the mayor of Atlanta has done this. It's a nice reciprocation. And Prabhupada was very pleased in San Francisco when the mayor came and declared it Ratha Yatra Day. Now around the world we get the different leaders of the local municipalities or government to come inaugurate Ratha Yatras. In India, once we had the Vice President of India to come to inaugurate the Ratha Yatra. Quite a very big position. I remember that at that time, he was a Brahmin, I won't mention his name, but the President asked him if he would sweep the road, because this was the tradition started by the kings of Puri. The king of Puri was supposed to be with us today, the hereditary king, descendant of the kings, known as Jayapataka Maharaj. But somehow he got ill in the Grand Canyon. I don't know if I don't know why, any details, I could speculate, you know. But somehow he's sick in the Grand Canyon and he couldn't leave from there. So they had cooked a feast for him and we had to go there and take the feast. And I'm on a special diet, so I didn't take any of that. I saw everybody else take it. But this tradition is there, and I hope the king would still come sometime during the festival. We had him at our festival temple opening in Siliguri, and I was going to go to different temples around North America. He's quite a nice devotee, and he's a very cultured person. He spoke very nicely and silly about Krishna consciousness, purpose of human life. Before I got off on the king, what was the...
Vice President.
Huh?
Vice President.
Yeah, okay, Vice President. So he asked the Vice President to sweep the road following this tradition started by the King Sapuri. And then when he got up to the mic, he said, no, in India we are not a kingdom, we don't follow the kings, we've abolished monarchy, and then now we are a democracy. And he refused to sweep. So everyone was shocked, that newspaper people writing, Vice President. So then I don't know what to do. Because I prayed to Krishna, tell me what I should do. So I just got a sudden idea, because being from America. I said, yes, now India is a democracy. Democracy means government for the people, by the people, and of the people. And therefore now in a democracy, the people are the kings. They're the rulers, at least theoretically. And therefore we request all of the people to sweep the road. As the real kings of this republic. But first, as the leading citizen in our midst, we ask our Vice President to speak. This is Krishna's mercy. He didn't know how to get out of that. But he swept for about a microsecond. It was in the headlines of all the papers the next day. Vice President of India refuses to sweep before God. Actually, so this, even to this day, of course now he's not a king as such, but he's respected as Jayapataka Maharaj, that he's the Maharaj coming in hereditary. He's responsible for certain things in the Jagannath Puri temple. And he was loved by the people. He's really loved. Whenever he goes somewhere, thousands of people come. He's very much respected. So he can be a little free outside of his own state. When he's there, he's really in the limelight. So he likes to come out and visit ISKCON. And he likes the ISKCON standards. But since he's a Kshatriya, he's not really able to fully influence the Brahmanas to let us in the temple, those who are not Indian born. But he has brought Radhanath Swami right up to the chariots and had them chant there. And many devotees have gone on the chariots and got the mercy of Jagannath. Janani Vas or Pankajangri went up and embraced the Lord in the chariot. So he's definitely a well-wisher, and I do hope he gets well, and that he'll be able to continue his tour here. But that's the, so we had these kind of ceremonies, and as Vice President, he was not so gracious, but in the end he cooperated. It was nice, so just a little, he didn't want to just somehow the monarchy thing, we didn't like that connection, so we had to change the words for him. But maybe that's some other inhibition. They didn't like sleeping. We don't know, but generally people, they don't mind sleeping. We had many chief ministers and ministers all over India and all over the world. So it's become quite a thing. In fact, the Ratha Yatra festival is something which serves to unite all the people, bring them together. And in Malaysia, they have regular, they must have about 15 or 20 Ratha Yatras a year. I think per capita they have more Rath Yatras than any other country. They have 3 different chariots and they rent them out to the different Namahattas. And they put on this Rath. So whenever one's putting on the Rath and all the other people rent the bus, go over there, we get about 5,000 people have a Rath. They'll start also in the afternoon, maybe 2 o'clock, go till about 5 or 6, end up in the town hall or some big public hall that they live. Have an evening program from 6 till 10, and from 9 onwards they'll start distributing prasadam to everybody. So it's all like a compact one-night program. Because somehow the government gives permission for a Rath once a year to each place. And it's a Muslim majority, slightly majority, like 51% Muslim or something, 55%. 30% Chinese and maybe 15% Hindu. So, Indian. So this is an opportunity for the Indians to come out and really kind of, make their statement, we're here, And they had a lot of fun pulling and having kirtans and distributing prasadam. And the Chinese people, they're also very respectful to this procession. Sometimes they take the smaller chariot, about the size of ours, a little smaller. About this size, more or less. Maybe a little bigger, more room in the front to sit. Swami can fit. And they'll take it sometime in the residential areas. To the downtown and go into some residential area where all the Indians are living, and then they'll go down the roads and people will come out from their house and offer coconuts and fruits and incense and camphor. So when the Lord is coming out on Rath Yatra day and He's letting everyone serve Him, and He's blessing everyone. So when you get Krishna Kripa, well, here's how we pull the Rath, chant before the Lord, offer something to the Lord. In Jagannath Puri, they have a place called Viprasana. Viprasana was Viprasana. And there they have stopped and all the people come with the offerings. And thousands of people make offerings, so Lord, they put out on a cloth their offering. And from the Rath, the priest offers everything to the Lord. So the idea is we want to get the Lord's mercy. You can do that by various ways. An association. So we come together to associate. Place becomes a place of pilgrimage just for the association of the devotees. So the devotees themselves are a cause for coming. The idea is, of course, also to develop our mood of devotion, our nature of devotion. Devotional nature means we want to do everything and is to please Krishna, to do things in service. All the good qualities of the Vaishnavas should start to manifest. So when Krishna sees someone has a devotional mood, devotional attitude, all these things are causes for getting love of Krishna. So we can do these things that's within, maybe a little difficult initially, but over a period of time we can develop this type of devotional mood, devotional attitude. We can have a service attitude for the Lord. We can do the things that will please the Lord. Remembering like this, Raghunath Das Goswami was very dear to Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Observing this festival is a way to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. And he is very easily pleased. So we get Nitai Prabhu's mercy, then we can also get Lord Chaitanya's mercy, who is Krishna himself. So in this way we get that Krishna Kripa. And we're coming here to hear about Prabhupada's glories, and we're going to associate with Srila Prabhupada also by hearing about his pastimes here and his glories. And, so all the features for getting love for Krishna to some degree are present in this festival. So I hope everyone will come closer to love of Krishna, and hopefully they develop love of Krishna. And this festival will be impetus for that. Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Any questions? Comments?
It said that all the disciples, all the devotees were pure devotees. Is there some different degrees of associated with pure devotees to the Lord? How to understand that seemingly emphasis on pure devotees?
Well, those devotees who want to develop love of Krishna, those devotees who want to please the Lord, are considered pure devotees. Prabhupada said there's different degrees. It's like everyone who has that desire to develop love of Godhead, to serve the Lord, they can be like, if you compare a devotee to a fruit, then they're all fruits. They're all different stages of ripening. Some are ripened devotees, some are not fully ripened. They're all, so someone who's a pure, fully, you say, ripened pure devotee, then it's like a ripened banana. The Prabhupada uses someone may be a pure devotee but still be green. And maybe a new devotee is very enthusiastic, has so many good qualities also. It's also inspiring to see enthusiastic new devotee. But they may not be fully ripened yet, they're not so much experienced. So they're also pure devotee, but they may be green and someone may be in between, kind of not fully ripe, not fully green, but ripening. But Prabhupada considered them all to be pure devotees. I remember I was once at a program with Srila Prabhupada in Wardha in Madhya Pradesh, was that in Maharashtra? And it was Vinoda Bhave's program, and at that program there was a Mayavadi who was imitating Prabhupada's chanting, and he was making a really funny kirtan. And Prabhupada knew it was like almost like mocking him. So Prabhupada told his devotees to get up and start chanting. And so we had a big kirtan, and then everybody was relieved not to hear this kind of mocking kirtan. And everyone was clapping and chanting with the devotees. And at the end Prabhupada said, just see, because you're pure devotees, therefore everybody felt very enthused by your chanting. Prabhupada said, Prabhupada, you're that pure devotee. He said, no, you're all pure devotees. We have that Prabhupada saw the devotees in that kind of gracious way. We should ourselves be very careful to act like devotees, avoid the deviations that Maya may propose to us, avoid the contaminations, stay in the proper devotional mood. So someone who's more mature, naturally, they'll stay in that all the time. Very rarely will they ever, if ever, get out of that mood, or someone maybe who's unripe will sometimes be super fixed in devotional, super enthusiastic, and sometimes they won't be. So try to associate with those who are fixed up, and those who are more enthusiastic, who are advanced. We appreciate the association. The big kirtan takes everybody's participation. Any other question?
But, we need some sound equipment, some kind of, apparatus. And when Sukadeva Goswami was speaking, everyone, there were like 80,000 people and everyone could hear it. How is it possible?
No noise pollution. No cars. no air conditioners, no fans. And these are also highly elevated personalities, whether they even have to hear. That's what he's speaking, even like mentally they pick it up. They're all very psychic people. So the pin drop silence. Somehow they didn't have a problem. We look at it so much, even here, outside, there's a lot of noise pollution going on. A lot of different kind of subsidiary background noises there. Everyone was focused. Whatever he spoke, everyone could hear. I know in the kirtans, like Lord Chaitanya, the devotees who would sing whatever tune he would sing in, they would all sing with him. So it was like amplified 5 times. They would just adapt and just exactly sing along with him at the same time. So that way it'd go 5 times longer. That's in the midst of a kirtan, with the drummers and kartals and everything. This is the oil that we bathe the Shingaday from the Shinga Chaturdasi. It's a new batch. This year we used 8 different oils. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharine Namo Mahabhadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Shri Namo Namah Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Chagapate Gope Sarvadikatana Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurane Radhe Vrindavameswari Vishwabhanu Sudevi Manamami Hari Priye Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Sivasari Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Vaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Vaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Vaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Vaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Vaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Vaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Ukakaro Divachalam Pangolangayate Girinati Patamaham Bhakte Sri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Viswaram Narayana Namaskritya Dharam Jaya Rottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamodikindet Kripagunaryaku Grihandhakupat Udritya Bhangya Raghunatha Dasam Nyasya Sarupe Vidadhin Tarangam Shri Krishna Chaitanyam Amum Prapadye With the ropes of his causeless mercy, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu employed a trick to deliver Raghunath Das Goswami from the blind well of contemptible family life. He made Raghunath Das Goswami one of his personal associates, placing him under the charge of Sarup Damodar Goswami. I offer my obeisances unto Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Lord Chaitanya, he was having many pastimes in Jagannath Puri. Hey Matu Gaura Chandra Bhakta Gana Sangye Nila Chole Nana Lila Kore Nana Rangye, and having varieties of transcendental pleasure. And sometimes Lord Chaitanya would feel great separation from Krishna. He didn't manifest his feelings externally because he was worrying about causing the devotees unhappiness. Actually, the separation that Lord Chaitanya felt was so profound it really can't be described. At that time, as he was in the mood of Radharani, when Radharani felt extreme separation from Krishna, then at that time, Visakha would talk to her about Krishna and give her some sustenance. And sometimes Lalita would talk to Radharani. So in the same way, when the Lord Chaitanya felt acute pains of separation from Krishna, then Ramananda Rai talked about Krishna and the sweet songs that Sri Damodar kept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu alive. During the daytime, Lord Chaitanya associated with many devotees, so his mind was a little diverted from that separation. But at night, when he was alone, all he could think about was Krishna. And his separation increased very rapidly. So Ramananda Rai and Sarup Damodar, they used to stay with him and recite verses of Krishna's pastimes and sing appropriate songs. In this way, he would be satisfied. So Subal Saka used to give Krishna happiness when he was feeling separation from Radharani. So Ramananda Rai gave happiness to Lord Chaitanya in this way. So Raghunath Das, he was assisting Sarup Damodar. So this chapter is entitled Lord Chaitanya Meets Raghunath Das Goswami. How did Raghunath Das meet Lord Chaitanya? Raghunath Das was the scion of a very rich family. His uncle and his father, it was a joint family. They were the lords of the feudal lords of a particular area in Bengal that had fiefs. They had to collect the taxes paid to the king every year. $12 million gold coins.
Wow. This was something.
right now a gold coin, Kruger Rand is about $300. I think it's gone up recently in America. Kind of even down. So that you can just imagine how much. How fabulous they were. That's what they paid in taxes. The system was they had supposed to pay 2/3 of all the taxes to the government, and 1/3 they can keep as their overhead. So they're one of the most wealthy families, especially Hindu families, because of course the king was a Mughal ruler. But Raghunath Das, he wasn't attached to this situation. He wanted to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement, and he wanted to become one of Lord Chaitanya's associates. So he went to see Lord Chaitanya in Shantipuri. Purvi Shantipuri Raghunath Chabe Aila Mahaprabhu Kripa Kori Thare Shikaila. When Raghunath Das during his family life went to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Shantipur, the Lord gave him worthy instructions by his causeless mercy. Actually, Lord Chaitanya, when he said, I want to give up everything, I want to renounce, the Lord Chaitanya said this, don't become a markata vairagi, don't become a monkey renunciate. Many people, when they face difficulties in their family life, then they think, I will renounce. That is not a renunciation. They're facing difficulty, they want to escape. So what happens is just to escape from their family problem, they take the role of a renunciate. But actually they haven't really changed their attitude. They haven't developed a strong attachment for Krishna. So what happens, after a while, then they meet someone else and they think, well, this time it'll work okay. It didn't work the last time because she wasn't right, he wasn't right. This time around it's going to work. Probably meet a few people who have been through that. In America, it's quite common. So in India, this wasn't allowed actually to leave your family, except if you were renouncing. And then people would renounce, and then later on they go back to another family. So it was kind of a circuitous route where divorce wasn't allowed. And so it was a bad thing in Lord Chaitanya's eyes to just renounce your family, and then just because you're not liking it. He said, better you remain in your family and you keep your mind on Krishna. You can always be Krishna conscious. Then you can, even though you do your family affairs very responsibly, but you keep your mind on Krishna. He gave the example, say if a lady had a lover other than her husband, she'd do her household chores very nicely not to get discovered. But her mind would always be on the husband, on the lover. Like that, your real love is Krishna, you keep your mind on Krishna, but you do your household duties very meticulously. So then Raghunath Das took that advice of Lord Chaitanya, and it said that for 1 year, he acted just like an ordinary businessman. He did all his activities very thoroughly, very responsibly. So seeing this, his uncle and father and mother, they're all very satisfied. It so happened though, that there was one